Hi, gay.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, Straighten Up with your host, Jason and Eddie.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Eddie, and we are so excited to be back again with another episode coming into your phones and into your homes in the least creepiest way possible.
It's always creepy.
Maybe a little
With
bit.
a lot of the stuff going on lately, it's creepy.
It's getting meaner.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I don't even want to have an introduction about that. I think we just need to call it what it is, rip the wool out of the eyes. Rip the wool out of the eyes?
The wool, no.
Pull the cover over our hair. What's the saying?
What is happening?
What's the saying?
Pull the wool over our eyes.
We gotta pull the wool over our eyes.
But that's if you don't want to see it. So pull the wool from in front of our eyes.
We gotta take off our glasses.
Just look at whatever it is.
Listen, aliens.
Aliens. I was doing the Jeopardy theme song.
Na 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 na. That's what aliens do when they come and visit. I don't know if you knew that, but that's what happens. That's how they know.
I didn't realize you had the credentials.
The host, I'm a science major.
Oh, okay.
The host of Jeopardy, may he rest in peace, was an alien. That's why that song came to be.
Alec Trebek?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how I knew that. It was
It's Alec Trebek, yeah.
I think so.
He passed
or
away.
he did How to Be a Millionaire?
I'm gonna look it up.
How to Be a Millionaire.
How do you become a millionaire?
It's just a pyramid scheme.
Jeopardy. Oh, I spelled it right.
Yeah, I know Mayim Bialik hosts it now.
Who?
So,
Who is that?
Amy from The Big Bang Theory. You know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I like her content. She does a bunch of mom
It doesn't
content.
show who. Here we go. Jeopardy host.
Oh,
it
yeah,
is
now
now
it's
Ken Jennings. Jeopardy Coast.
Jeopardy Coast.
I have a speech impediment. Okay, can we just talk about aliens?
I was
Because I'm
about to
feeling
say,
real exposed right now. I'm feeling real exposed right now. I don't know. Can we just beat me up, Scotty?
Please.
Take me away. I'm ready to go.
Yes.
Because listen. It is Alex Trebek.
Okay, cool. We finally come to a conclusion on this. The audience was waiting. Okay, let's rewind.
Cool. Can we just start over?
Eddie.
Just rewind it.
Aliens.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh, you were ready to rewound.
Yeah, I already was. Ready, 3, 2, 1.
Let's just talk about...
Eddie, I see the dinosaurs.
You're just a baby.
I'm just shrieking. Eddie, help. How do I stop it?
I'm not changing your diaper.
Oh my god, I wouldn't expect
I just want you to know right now, if you have an accident here in the Straighten Up studio,
I would feel so exposed.
You're on your own.
Let it be.
Let it be. Let it be.
Let it be.
Let it be. We're speaking words of wisdom.
Let it be. I'm just saying right now, we're going to be on episode 100. We're going to be hit with 70 lawsuits from all the previous
because
episodes.
other people sing in their podcasts. We're cool. They're cool. We're cool.
Okay.
Okay, listen.
Just tell the lawyers.
Hold on.
We're cool.
Listen.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Aliens.
We
need to listen. Aliens. We've said aliens so many times.
We are 4 minutes in
and not talked a lick.
Okay.
Of aliens. Do you believe in aliens? Yes or no? Go.
Oh, 100%. There's no doubt in my mind. Okay, do you believe in aliens?
Are you an alien?
I mean, it depends on how you define it.
It's a long answer.
Yeah, it's fine. Do you believe in aliens?
Yeah, 100%, without a doubt. Shadow, none.
Okay.
The wool has been pulled from my eyes.
Are aliens here already?
With all the stuff that's been going on, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, okay. I don't know if you know who Sylvia Brown is.
I don't.
I know.
I don't know if you know who that is. What? You don't know who that is?
I'm shocked that you don't, but I'm It's fine. I'll get over
Okay,
it.
who's Sylvia Brown?
Okay, Sylvia Brown. I think why I thought you knew her is because we talked about Maury Povich so many times.
Okay.
But Sylvia Brown was this famous psychic back in the day, and she was always on the Maury Povich show.
Okay, I think I know who you're
she had
talking
like a
about.
smoker's lung.
Mm-hmm.
She talked like this.
Yeah.
Oh, your father, yes. He died, and he wanted you to know that he loves you and that he doesn't blame you and that he left, and he's just gone.
Thank you, Sylvia.
How did you know?
Thank you for that.
Sylvia?
Here's a pack of cigarettes. For your troubles.
They better be marble. But no, so she would always make all these predictions, like these crazy predictions. A lot of them did not come true. Okay. Some did. And one of her predictions was that we were going to have an alien encounter. I don't know when or how long from the time she said it. I couldn't tell you. But since then, I was like, it's happening. It's going to happen. Sylvia said it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And look it.
Yeah.
On our first guest, bleep bloop bop.
Come on in.
Bleep bloop blop.
Oh, bleep bloop blop.
What is this?
Oh, sorry, I said it wrong. You remember in Scary Movie when they
peed from their finger?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Gross.
Yeah. So, have you been seeing everything on TikTok?
Yeah,
all of this stuff?
It's insane. I actually just saw the person who made the phone call of the most recent TikTok video. He's like, "Oh, I'm seeing these creatures in my backyard. They're like 8 to 10 feet. They're not human. Yada yada yada. This, that, and the other." He had posted 2 videos since then. One, he was talking to somebody, I'm thinking on FaceTime. I don't know what it was. And he was like, let me show you something real fast. Let me show you my backyard. And he's like, you see that little angel, like cat bird statue, and you see this tree, and let me show you these rocks over here, and then this is my house. So let me show you one more thing. And he comes, he goes, this is where we sleep, and it's like, shows his house and the door. And look on the floor right here. And it shows like scratched into the cement, like images, right?
Okay.
And he's like, look it, you can see the angel right there and the tree and the rock, and it looks like there's an X like right here. And then I saw him and I was like, I don't know if the aliens are like doodling on your cement to show where they are, you know?
Yeah.
So that was kind of like But then there was another video that he had posted, and he was stitching a TikTok, and it was the news, and the news was like, oh yeah, they're held up by the government, they're missing, they're taken in for questioning. He's like, there's a lot of stuff going around saying that I'm missing. I'm not. I'm here in my home. Yeah. My family's here. I'm noticing there's a lot of fake stuff on the news. Don't believe it. Honestly, I wish I never would have even made that video, or I wish that it was never recorded. I just want to go back to being normal. He was like, I have depression and anxiety and this and the other. And I'm like, where's aliens, you know? Yeah. Like, I'm sorry for your mental illness, but where's the aliens?
Real fast. If you don't know what we're talking about, there was a alleged alien crash in Las Vegas. There was a 911 phone call of somebody claiming that something crashed in their backyard and that they had seen 2 beings, one inside of the ship, one outside of the ship. They were 8 to 10 feet tall. They had big shiny eyes. And so he calls the police, and simultaneously there was body cam footage from a police officer showing a bright light falling from the sky right around the same time. So they've kind of concluded that these are alien beings, and he has taken like a handful of videos and stuff, but none of them like conclusively show the aliens.
Good explanation.
Thanks.
Why would they not know what we're talking about?
You don't know who's watched what?
It's everywhere. Who doesn't have TikTok these days?
I'm just saying, you think Nani? Hi, Nani. Do you think Nani is over here completely caught up on everything?
Maybe.
We're educated. That's what happened, Nani. I'm talking directly to her. I really hope she watches this episode.
Leave my grandma out of this. She's done nothing wrong. Don't put her in the charge of the aliens.
So on top of this, I seen today that this guy was talking about the Las Vegas crash. And I guess he was like, one of the big questions is nobody is asking, where are these beings now?
Where is it at? Yeah, what happened to them? Where's the ship? Where did they go? How is this particular house the only one that's seen the crash? How is this particular house the only one that's seen the creatures? Yeah. What happened? Did they just get up? All right. So. Thanks, guys. See you later. Like, bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. Like, what happened to them?
Which, actually, maybe they were looking for their dad. Because, I guess, after like I think within the next like few days, there was another sighting out in the desert in Nevada, and there was two guys.
I'm not caught up on this.
Okay, I just saw it today, so I don't know if it's just coming out today.
Okay.
But I guess there's these two guys that were hanging out in their truck, and they were on. I don't remember what the name of the ranch was, but basically there's a ranch out in the middle of the desert.
Oh, was it the video where they're just speaking Spanish?
No.
Oh.
No, they didn't record any video or anything like that.
Oh,
I guess
I
they
saw
were
a
just
different
hanging out by
video.
their truck in the middle of the night, and they had seen two beings walking off in the distance. So they had their protection, and it had a night scope on it. I don't know what we
Okay.
can say. I don't want to get demonetized. We're not even making money yet, but still.
How they're Googlers.
Yeah, so they're looking through their night vision, and they see two very tall, 8 to 9 foot creatures walking through the desert. No flashlights, no nothing, just walking straight. And so and they were saying that they almost looked like they were like glitching, like they were walking in like claymation, like it was like things like that.
Ew.
And there's a theory that when you travel between dimensions, that it's almost like everything's on a lag. Like here, everything is smooth. We're able to move. But
Actually, yes, I've seen that before.
So that was interesting to me that they were like, maybe they're like more interdimensional beings. But point being,
Rather than Interstellar.
yeah. So from where this house is to where the ranch is and the direction that these two beings were going in is Area 51.
Okay, listen. A lot of what they're saying makes me not believe that Area 51 is where they're holding the aliens.
Really?
I don't think that it's true. I think that it's a ploy to get the public focused there when the real Area 51, the real place that they have all the aliens, Antarctica.
You know what?
Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Think about it. No one lives in Antarctica.
Okay.
No one can live in Antarctica. And there's certain parts of Antarctica, if you did not know, that the general public cannot access. Not because they can't get to it or they can't travel there. Nay. They are not allowed to access certain parts. Humans are not allowed there for study. It's on the complete bottom of the world. Nobody lives there. There's no human place, nothing. But there's government officials there. Why?
I think I seen a thing that's where like Amelia Earhart went. That she ended up flying over that, and then they just took her out. You know?
Oh,
Yeah.
poor Amelia.
Yeah.
She, I believe, flew a plane.
Yeah. Oh, 100. Not
Helen
Helen
Keller?
Keller.
No,
No.
I don't believe that.
But have you been seeing all of the like declassified information?
I've seen things like whistleblowers, if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah. So basically, they did an entire like press conference with a lot of the whistleblowers and like actual like government officials that are coming out with real information to be like, yes, we have had like I think 122 ships land in the last like I think it was like 50 years or something like that, and they're well aware of them.
I seen one, and I wish I would have did more research. Sometimes I'm just dumb. But this man, whoever he was in the government, he was at the press conference, probably the ones that you were talking about. I just didn't know. She's the only one I've seen. But basically he said there was a clock put on for things to be discussed by the end of the year, and hopefully, for our sake, we resolve them in layman's terms around that.
Yeah.
Basically, what he was saying is, because I rewatched a couple of times, and then whoever posted the video kind of like translated his words. Basically, what he's saying is these aliens, whatever contact we made with them, these particular ones, gave an ultimatum. If you don't have whatever information we're asking for by this time, something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
And so that's basically what he was saying.
I feel like they're prepping us for something big.
Why else would they need? What did Trump talk about?
All of
The space.
I know what you're talking. Like kind of like the Space Force.
Like the Space Force.
thing,
Yeah. Listen, I think it's gonna happen. There's been way too many things. That's not even the first or second thing that's happened in Vegas. Do you remember over the casino and everyone's
Oh,
freaking
that's
out
right,
because they
that's
saw
right.
base almost what the mothership. I would assume there's a bunch of lights just circulating over this casino, and it's foggy, and all you see are the lights.
Yeah.
That's crazy. What else could that be?
That's what I mean. Like, I know for a fact, and honestly, even at the press conference, they had said 100% they're here. Like,
Yeah,
they're here
without
already.
a
Like,
doubt.
that's it. Like, they said that they were aware of like 70 different species already. That they've been having contact, I think, as far back as like the 50s. Like, all of these things have been happening. But the guy was like, I'm gonna let you know right now, though, you should not be very concerned about the aliens. They're like, they are not a threat to us. None of them have posed a threat to us. They have not, they're not hostile in any way. However, they were like, the stuff that the government is tampering with, that's the stuff you should be concerned about.
I saw another TikTok. Listen, TikTok is the place. TikTok is the place. Know all, see all, hear all, be all, learn all. And I saw this one TikTok, and kind of goes with what you're saying. It wasn't like any government official, just a regular person.
Yeah.
But they were going off of the videos that other people were posting about seeing these aliens, the one in Las Vegas, whatever in the skies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, well, people are saying, oh, they should have been scared or what's going to happen, blah, blah. Honestly, if you think about it, they're so more advanced than us. If these creatures are 10 feet tall, they're stronger than us.
Mm-hmm.
They're smarter than us if we're intergalactic travel. If they really meant harm, we would be dead.
Yeah.
We would 100% be taken over. To our knowledge, we have no man-made things that could defend our world from a space invasion, So I agree with this person. I do not think we should fear these aliens. If they are coming, if they're here, we're still here. So obviously, we mean no harm.
So here's my theory.
Okay.
As far as at least these aliens, maybe other aliens, I think that the government has developed time travel.
If you don't think that, where you at?
Yeah. And I think that some of these beings that are coming back are us in the future, are some sort of advanced race that is from this planet. And maybe aliens do come one day, and then, cross-pollination, all that. Like, it starts to become that there's tons of different species on this planet, not just the human race. Mm-hmm. And that maybe some of those beings are coming back for whatever reason. Maybe we screw up, and, like, we got to come back and, like, say something. I mean, we're going to screw up. So, I mean...
With the way we're going.
Like, that's what I was thinking when he was talking about the, like, interdimensional thing. I was like, what if it's just a creature that's already here, and they're just coming back, and that's why they knew where Area 51 was?
True.
You know what I mean? They're just... Because the whole thing is, like, this spacecraft would have been flying somewhere. It's not... Obviously, it didn't plan to crash in that person's backyard. What if it was flying back to Area 51, it crashed, and now these beings still had to get back to Area 51?
Yeah, but where did it go? Where did the spaceship go? Did someone come and take it? Were they sworn to secrecy? How did nobody else see anything? That's what's boggling my mind.
My guess is the government came and took it.
In my mind, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
The government came and took it, and they paid off that family to guarantee in a couple of years you're not going to know where this family went because they're rich somewhere living on their own island because they got paid off so much money.
I wouldn't move to an island if I got rich. Really? I feel like it's too secluded.
Yeah. I'd seen a thing where it was saying that they were living on their own island, and then they were like, yeah, we seen like a boat coming out to us one day or one night or whatever. And at that point, what do? Somebody just come into your island? Well, you can call the police.
You're dead.
You gotta have your own security on there.
You're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're dead. I would survive.
Well.
Okay, so I very much believe that there's not just one species of alien. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's just one group of aliens has been coming and visiting. I think it's multiple. Yeah. And I also, which I may get shit for this, but I also very much believe in the lizard people. I think they're real.
Like the whole idea that government officials and high figures and stuff like that are lizard people?
Yeah.
And they're just pretending to be people?
Yeah, like the underground, not like mole people, but, amphibious people.
Yeah.
Not necessarily lizard. Like, they're not like human lizards.
Yeah, they're not
but
what we
they're
picture being a
amphibian.
lizard.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I mean, there's so many different things out there of, man, I wish I can think of the names, but different races of alien. One being the amphibious lizard people, you know? And there's books written about it, and people talk about it, and I do think that there are entrances throughout our world that enter into a sub-world inside the Earth.
Okay.
Again, I'm in a lot of
Is it
conspiracy
like
theory TikToks.
Journey to the Center of the Earth?
Kinda,
Is that
yeah,
what we're
yeah.
looking at? Okay. I did see a thing a while ago. This was years and years ago, that they were saying part of Antarctica is actually like kind of like an entrance to the center of the Earth, and there's like a kind of dome situation.
Why people are
that-
not allowed there?
That then people are like living there, and because who was it? It was some pilot. He was flying over it, and he logged it in his journal, and he was like, I see like big elephants, and they were saying like they were like woolly mammoths, and they were still all there because that's where like the government's using to sort of test things.
That's what I'm saying. There's no human access to Antarctica if you're not on that tier.
Yeah.
But also, look at all of the national parks around the world or different, trails. How many people go missing yearly?
Mm-hmm.
And they're always, centered around this one area of all of these parks. It's never just like, oh, this over here. Their trails lead to a certain area of parks, and they just disappear. No trace, no shoes, no blood, no DNA.
Yeah.
There would at least be some kind of blood if it was an animal attack.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
They stumble upon something and they disappear, or they're,
Yeah, taken. Somebody
just-
called Liam Neeson.
right, So yes, I think that there are multiple species of alien, and I do think that there are some aliens who have been inhabiting Earth for decades,
Yeah,
millennia even.
Yeah, I wouldn't see that being that far fetched. If like there's other races, just obviously like if we're not ready to see it, then it's like cool. Pretend to be Miley Cyrus, and then
That's why a lot of people theorize that the oh my gosh, I can't think of the name. I used to know the name off the top of my head, but I can't right now. But the dog-headed people from Egypt, that was a species of alien.
like is that Osiris?
I just said I don't remember.
Sorry, I was hoping to jog your memory.
No, you didn't do that.
Well, my apologies. My bad.
But no, like that's what they're saying, and even it's theorized that these pyramids or the Sphinx, the Sphinxes were something way greater than what they are now.
Yeah.
The head on the Sphinx is way too small to be for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
So I just aliens have been around for millennia, and I'm ready. Honestly, I'm ready. Have you ever seen a UFO?
I've seen things that are suspicious, but not enough for me to definitively say a UFO.
I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, I've seen 2 UFOs in my life.
Okay.
2.
Okay.
¿Por qué no los dos?
¿Por qué no los dos?
Dos. So my first one I saw
was that kind of good.
The first one I saw was years ago. I don't know. I was young. I was probably like 10 or 12. I was super young. I was living in my apartments in Fremont, up north. I remember from my patio, you can see across the street the baseball fields. There's baseball fields in a lake across here from where I lived. And I'm just looking at the lights and everything. There's no game going on.
Yeah.
And then, because usually, I don't know, around like 9:30, the lights are turned off. And I always like watching the lights turn off. Well, the lights turned off, except for one. One stayed on. Not one always stayed on, just one stayed on.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's weird. And then, so it was 1, 2, 3 lights this way. Right. That way. And I was like, oh, that kind of weird. And okay, they were getting bigger. I was like, dang. In my mind, it looked like a car coming up. You know how like the lights it's rolling up. But obviously it's up. I'm looking. It's the same height as all the other lights. And then all of a sudden, these lights go from this, and they went. Yeah, the middle one never moved. But it's like this one and this one went down and up. And I was like, what the heck? And I said, Mom! But I'm trying to call her, and she's not coming. I said, Mom, hurry, you gotta come. And it just went, boom. and it was gone.
Oh my gosh.
Freakiest thing that's ever happened to me.
I bet.
I would say that was more scary to me than ghosts.
Yeah. Because at that point, that's other beings, and you're just like, are you going to come back? Like, it's just like, what do you want?
Nobody believes me. I promise you it happened. I promise you it happened. It was early in the evening. I was wide awake. I wasn't dreaming. I wasn't sleeping. I knew everything was happening.
Yeah.
It was wild to me.
I believe you. Thank you. That's all I wanted.
All my mental illnesses are gone.
Gone. Depression cured. Anxiety vanished.
We don't know her.
Who needs therapy?
You look
when you get a friend that believes in you. That's the only thing that's been holding you back all these years. Gym membership canceled.
Don't need it anymore. My happiness is what fuels me. But no, it was crazy to me. Just, not even it just like zooming away. The fact that it just shifted. Yeah. That was the craziest part to me, that it shifted like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And it was wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What was your other one?
Oh yeah. So it was me and two of my friends at the time. Two of my best friends at the time, and we're driving home. I think we were driving home from San Francisco. It was late. Mm-hmm. It was the night of my... No, we weren't. We were driving home from a rave. Okay. It was my 21st birthday, and that's why we went to Beyond Wonderland. They had held it up north. Mind you, yes, it was my 21st birthday, but I wasn't drinking. Yeah. I didn't drink. We just went to have fun. That and the drinks were like $30. And
I bet.
I was a broke 21-year-old.
That's scarier than aliens.
Exactly. So we're driving back. One of my friends in the backseat, she's passed out. And then my other friend, Raven, and I are in the front seat. We're talking, we're chilling, driving on the freeway, chopping it up. And then I remember I look up and I was like, Ray, what is that? And she's looking. She was like, oh, that's a plane. I was like, no, I don't think that's a plane. Like, it's not moving. And I had been looking at it and it just kind of noticed. And then I realized that's what made me talk about it, because I realized it wasn't moving. Yeah. Right. And I was like, no, Ray, like, look at it. Like, that's not a plane. And she's like, what the hell? And, she's looking. And I remember it was triangular, but then it had like a rounded bottom. And it was just there. But it wasn't like a joom joom, It rounded at the tip, kind of came down and rounded at the base on both sides, but then it had a rounded bottom, and it was just hovering.
Like, is this like closer to the ground, or is this like?
It was close, and it wasn't like right, but it was close enough to see details of it.
Yeah, like a couple hundred feet up or something.
Yeah, and you can see lights going up. It literally the lights, and it never moved. I was even able to see it from my rearview mirror looking back. It never stayed there the whole time until it was out of our sight, and then I don't know what happened after that. And I remember I was like, oh my God, I saw a UFO on my 21st birthday. This is awesome. I was so excited. My friend woke up in the back. She was like, what the hell is happening? I said, you missed it. There was a UFO. I was so excited.
I'd be so mad if I was asleep in the back seat.
And no one tried to wake her up?
Nobody. I know the amount of times that I've woken up in the car when like things have happened. I'm like, there's like a car on fire, and I'm like, Eddie, wake up. And you're like, oh shit, that's crazy.
And I go back to sleep.
And you're like, okay, cool. And I'm like, yeah, I had to wake up. You're like, thanks. I'm telling you, nobody wants to miss out.
You have my word that if I ever saw a UFO while driving, and you, for whatever reason, miraculously do and were sleeping.
I never do, but thanks.
That's why I said miraculously. I would wake you up to witness it.
I appreciate that. I'd be so mad. The only encounter that I think I've had with aliens, I'm saying this is aliens, is I had taken a late afternoon nap in my room, and I had fallen asleep at like 5. It was one of those weird periods of time that you wake up and it's super late and your like bedroom light is still on, and it makes you feel weird. Right. But I had fallen asleep. Yeah. I had fallen asleep, and all of a sudden I woke up in a panic, and I woke up like immediately knew that there was somebody in my room. And I looked around my room, and I don't know why I wasn't having a dream that I remember.
Are you sure it wasn't ghost activity?
I can tell you the only reason why I'm thinking it wasn't ghost is because, hold on.
Okay.
So I wake up. I'm in a panic. I am looking around my room for whatever is in my room. I don't know why I believe there was somebody in my room. But it wasn't like a scary thing. It was like my brother's messing with me. Like there's somebody in the room. And I looked over my bed. I looked everywhere. My door was shut, locked, everything.
I'm just standing in the corner.
Didn't even know you yet.
Didn't even know you then.
It all comes back to me right now. I'm like,
the llama.
oh my God.
Sorry, go ahead.
Anyways, so I'm sitting there in a panic, freaking out for like, I don't know, a solid like 15 seconds. And I remember all of a sudden thinking like, why am I freaking out? Like, why do I feel like there's somebody in here? But I just kept looking at my window, thinking that they were like by my curtain or something. Like, I don't know. It was just off. And then all of a sudden, once I started to calm down, my nose started bleeding. And it just started running. And I was, oh my God. And I ran to the bathroom, and it bled for like a solid like 15 minutes.
Ew, you were getting probed.
Exactly. That's why I think,
When doesn't it?
we don't talk about that. But yeah, no. I immediately was like, oh my God. And that's what makes me say alien and not ghost.
Okay.
Because it, once again, felt like there was somebody in my room that I'm guessing had just left. And then all of a sudden, boom.
Do you think you were like semi getting abducted?
Probably. That's what I feel.
That's wild. I've seen so many stories of people getting abducted and they don't know that they got abducted. The only thing that like something happened that gets them thinking is because there'd be like 7 hours of time just gone.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're driving and it's 12 o'clock and all of a sudden they blink and they look and it's 6:45.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? You know?
That's what I mean. Maybe the opportunity was because I was asleep. Because once again, like I don't remember a dream. I just remember waking up and it instantly being in a panic. And that's the only time in my life that's ever happened to me. It was the weirdest experience. Like I said, I've been like startled awake and I'm like, oh, I dreamt this thing. That's why I was startled or whatever. Yeah. Or like I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's dark in here. Ew, now I feel weird. Or like, but it was an immediate, oh my God, there's somebody here.
They're trying to take me.
Yeah, I'm screaming.
Mom! She's like, go to bed.
Go to sleep. It's the alien in a wig. Go to bed.
Oh, but that's not even your mom's hair because it's just blonde.
I'm fooled though. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, Mom. Okay.
Okay.
I like your new hair.
I'm laying in a pool of blood from my nose.
Do you think aliens remember people or follow people? And I only ask this because, or I guess lineage-wise, because this fucking fly.
I know. It's a fucking alien.
Imagine.
The fuck are you talking about?
You talking about my people?
Yeah.
Say it to my face.
Yeah.
Say it to my face.
Right here.
My grandma and my grandpa had actually seen a UFO. Or at least it was a story that she had told me years ago. And she had said that they were driving. I don't know if it was through Niles Canyon, which is a very popular ghost activity area up north. But they're driving and they see in the rear view like this bright lights and like, man, this car, I don't know what's going on. This car is brights are on, and then all of a sudden it just like whoom over their car and it just like goes. Oh and like, what the hell was that? And that was all they saw. And I remember this was years ago when I was a kid. Yeah. So I don't know if it was a story that I was told and it wasn't true. But I remember we were talking like, oh, what's one of your crazy things you ever saw? Like, what's one of your craziest stories? And we were just telling stories, and that was one of the stories that they said.
See, but if it's like
which makes me think that it was true.
Yeah, if it's like a shared experience, then it's like, what? I don't even doubt you. If you have two people that are like, yes, this happened.
Saw that exact thing.
Yeah. If it's like one, oh, I heard a bump this one time, and it was by myself, and I was also just watching a scary movie. Okay, maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. But if it's like a shared experience, like you're just driving, like you said with the 21st birthday, like I wasn't drunk, we were just chit-chatting, whatever, and then this happened.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I would be a little more inclined to be like, okay, maybe it was just this, if like, oh, I was wasted though, so like, yeah. But if it's something that for a fact happened, I have no reason not to believe you.
I remember there was one time I was a kid, and I was staying over at my aunt's house, and it was me, my aunt, and my cousin. I had fallen asleep on the bed. We're watching TV, and then my aunt goes, Eddie, wake up. And I was like, what? She was like, shh, wake up, listen. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She goes, shut up, listen. And then all of a sudden you just hear tip, 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 tip. Like somebody's walking on the roof, right?
I'm getting chills.
And I was like, what is that? She goes, I don't know. Listen. And you can literally hear, it wasn't like, you can tell when it's animal feet. It was literally like the 2-footed thing, just tip, 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 on the roof, right? And so then she was like, she was calling my other cousin. She was like, go look. And he ran out of the house, and because there was a fence near the house, so you can easily access the roof.
Yeah.
Ran out of the house, and he went. There was nothing. So yes, you can easily access the roof, which means it could have been anything. But at the same time, you cannot easily exit a roof.
Yeah, without being caught.
Right. A roof is a roof.
Yeah.
You know? And so I remember that freaked me. Mom, come pick me up.
I gotta go home.
You know, I was like, Mom, I'm not having fun here anymore. Can you come pick me up?
Never mind.
Please? I won't even ask for McDonald's.
It's 3 a.m.
Mom, they're making fun of me. Okay, bye, thanks. My mom said I have to go home, you know.
I can't play no more.
You know, I was petrified.
So what are your, final thoughts on, aliens?
All I'm saying is this. Aliens, real. There's so many things in life, in our history, in our textbooks, in the world that just... I never changed from one. From this.
There's so many things. This, and this.
But they're just... That it cannot just be man-made, man-helped, man-nothing.
I agree.
Aliens are real. And I have my own proof. I don't care if anybody else believes me. I've seen what I saw. I'm ready. I'm ready to meet them. I'm ready to meet them. I'm ready to see them. I'm ready to talk to them. I'm ready for them to touch it down.
Pee starts coming out.
You know?
Yeah.
I
agree.
They're a thing, and I welcome it.
I think...
Nanner.
Once again, I'm surprised that people aren't as shocked by all of the stuff coming out right now, considering it's all, pretty much based in fact.
Because everybody's so done.
I know.
With everything else, it was like...
We're just like, yeah, you've been hiding it forever.
Right.
Okay, whatever. We don't fucking care. Let's fucking fix the climate.
Yeah, they're just like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready, you know. If this is what's next on the bingo card, bring it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay, so moving away from aliens, I want to tell you okay, let's do simulation. Are we living in a simulation? Oh, does this really make you nervous? Oh,
listen. I try to think about that sometimes. I'm like, what if it is? You know, what if all this is fake? And then I start getting
send you spiraling.
palpitations because I'm like, one day someone's gonna wake up and I'm gone. That's it. That's the end of my life.
I mean,
you know,
isn't that what death is?
I don't know. It freaks me out, Jason. Freaks me out.
Okay. Well, I have a thing.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I opened up a can of worms that I wasn't ready for.
Sweating.
I'm just over having a nice podcast. You're drenched when I look back.
It's fine. Just keep going.
Okay. So here's an experience.
Okay.
So it was me, my sister, my brother-in-law, and my niece. And we were all driving back from, I think, Universal Studios or one of, the theme parks. And we're on our way back. I had fallen asleep in the back seat. And me and my niece were sitting in the back seat. My brother-in-law was driving, and then my sister was in the passenger seat. And he has a 2-door coupe. Mm-hmm. And so it has those little small windows in the back. And so my head's leaned against there. I'm asleep. And all of a sudden I wake up to my sister and my brother-in-law being like, oh my God, what is that? How is it doing that? And I'm waking up. I'm like, what do you mean? And I look out the window and I see a plane that is maybe, it looks in height wise, you could probably put it 10 seconds after takeoff. Mm-hmm. It is still pretty darn close to the ground, and it is just frozen in air.
Have you seen videos like that?
Mm-hmm.
I've seen so many videos like that.
I've seen it with my eyes.
But that's what I'm saying, though. It would be one thing, well, like you said before, If multiple people are seeing it, how could you say
Yeah.
it? Like, because anybody else could be like, "Oh, you were dreaming, you were sleeping, you
Exactly.
don't know." But if you woke up to them seeing it, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I have seen so many videos again on TikTok,
Mhm.
which is why the government wants
The
us not to
truth.
use it anymore. Of that happening.
Yeah.
And people are just like, "What?" And, there's been planes, there's been birds
I've
just
seen the
suspended.
birds. Yeah. They're not flapping.
Yeah, they're just suspended in air.
Yeah. And like,
It's crazy.
it's something that like I remember seeing and I don't remember afterwards for some reason. Like I feel like I don't remember us like fully talking about it. I'm like, we just saw a plane frozen in
you
the
guys
air.
just reset.
That's why I'm like, but how did we not talk about it? And I only unlocked the memory like recently. I know that sounds weird, but like I had thought about it and I was like, wait, why do I feel like this happened? And so I remember, I don't remember if I was with you or somebody else. And then I had
Jason, we
called
were never together. Yeah, I need you to get that out of your mind right now.
in the simulation. We were in a 4-year committed relationship.
7 children.
Yeah.
You were Rose, remember? Remember the boat? You had the diamond.
Every movie we watch from now is just us.
Like Snapchat.
Yeah. Oh my god. Anyways, so I don't remember if I was telling you or somebody else, but I called my sister and I was like, "Hey, do you remember this happening?" And I re-explained. She was like, "Oh my god, yeah! Like that fully happened. Like we seen it just literally stuck in the air. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen."
That's insane.
Yeah,
me.
to see it with my own eyes was wild.
Yeah, I don't know what I would do. I remember one of the videos I saw of it was a bird. I've seen multiple videos like that. There's so many videos like that, but there was one, and one of the people in the video was like trying to get with a stick, and they touched the bird, and it kind of like, and then started flying away.
Crazy.
It was insane to me. And again, in your situation, there was multiple people who saw it.
Yeah.
So obviously, something had to have happened.
If like
But
I
then-
would have had the time, granted this was a while ago. I had a phone, but I don't think it was very good. If I would have thought about it, I would have recorded it, and I
Right.
don't know how I didn't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and today, it's hard to see what's real and what's fake, especially with how our technology is. But the amount of videos I've seen, wild.
Yeah, I know.
But that's again why that's why I feel like the government, why they're so bent on getting TikTok banned, because it's one of those platforms where news travels instantly.
Yeah.
Faster than Snapchat, faster than Instagram. It's out there and it spreads like wildfire. And so you can get something out there within hours, And they don't want that. Who wants that? Who wants to be exposed like that after decades, millennium of trying to hide everything?
Yeah.
It's insane to me.
Okay, so simulation, yes or no?
What do you think? It's just a man inside my
It's
stomach
just
screaming.
screaming.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say yes,
It's
but that doesn't change anything.
It's possible
about our existence.
It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible. It's possible.
Okay. Do you want
possible.
Do you want to hear a comforting thing?
It's possible. Yeah.
That I was thinking.
What's that from first?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's what is it from?
It's from Brandy's rendition of Cinderella.
Oh, I probably watched it
Whitney
once.
Houston's song. It's possible.
Mm.
To turn a golden pumpkin into a golden carriage. It's possible.
Okay, so here's my thing. So people are usually concerned about the whole simulation thing, and they picture it like a computer. Like one day it's just gonna get turned off.
Uh-huh.
Then all of a sudden there goes existence.
Right.
And that's it. So I feel like that's where a lot of the fear comes from. Because realistically, nothing would change about our existence. You know what I mean? We are experiencing life the way that we are, whether we're a simulation or not. So if we all of a sudden find out we are, it's not going to change anything. You know what I mean?
Mass mayhem.
I mean, yes and no, but like, what are we going to do? We can't, it's what existence is. This is the way it was programmed. Which, I mean, it shouldn't be that crazy of an idea from somebody who considers himself religious. If like God created everything, what's the difference between whether or not it's biological or it's technology based?
Because once
You know what
I
I mean?
die, I have eternal life with Jesus.
Okay, but
But in a computer simulation, once I die, I'm it.
Here's my. Once I die,
Once I make my move, you're free to check the king.
No, you can't.
What? What is it?
He's going to sacrifice himself.
Run, no! You can't!
Anyway.
He's got not May, not Hermione, you!
Goes from having the most intellectual conversation to yo. That was good.
Oh, God.
Anyways. Okay, back to serious. Okay. So, is it that crazy to think that if this was a simulation, that whoever programmed it wouldn't have also programmed an afterlife?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? If they wanted this full experience, there's no reason.
Italian.
There's no reason why they wouldn't program multiple levels to this. You know what I mean? Ghosts are then programmed. After we die, then we're still in existence. We just are now different.
We're just in a
program.
freaking Luigi's Haunted House game, or what?
Oh my God.
What?
I don't see how it being a simulation is any more or less scary than
I come
it
back
just
as
being...
one of the Pac-Man ghosts.
Wah, 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 wah. You know what I mean, though? It's like, it just changes, like, the way we understand it, but that doesn't change our actual existence.
I don't know. I can't. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. It scares me. Stuff like that freaks me out. Like, literally freaks me out.
The one time I brought up End of the World movies to you at the gym, and you're just like,
yeah,
I can't talk about it.
But you know, for me, I was such a hypochondriac growing up.
Yeah.
Any rumble,
any
distant thunder, I was like, it's happening. This is it. The end of the world. It's happening.
So to you, 2012 was gonna happen.
That was it. That was the end. Listen, on the outside, I was like, oh yeah, 2012, whatever, blah blah. But inside, ulcers. I had butterflies in my stomach for weeks when it got closer to the new year. Jason, I wish I can explain to you just an in-depth feeling in my gut of just nervousness. I was a wreck. Yeah. A wreck.
I bet.
I'm getting PTSD. I can't.
Okay. Fine. We'll move on from simulation.
Swallow the fly.
How about the Illuminati? Is the Illuminati real? Oh.
I worked for them.
Oh, my bad. I forgot.
I worked for the Illuminati. What do you mean?
People watching are probably like, what the fuck? What do you mean?
Listen.
You turn to the camera, your lizard eyes. That's why you believe in them?
Listen. Oh my God, ew, what if you look...
I thought you were going to be like, listen. What the like a lizard tongue.
I was going to say, what if I look back and I blink like this?
Ew.
And I was
if
like,
I ever was like,
nothing.
If I ever was like sitting across from you and I saw your eyes do that, I would completely pretend like I didn't see anything. And I was like, okay, cool, yeah, whatever. Finish whatever we were doing. Go home, pack my things. I'm packing my things. I'm leaving the country.
I feel like you... I feel like I would know. I feel
like if it was an immediate... I don't think I could hide it.
Second, I don't have a great poker face. Anyways, yeah, I can see it, yeah.
Yeah.
Your eyes would widen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a great poker face.
No.
You're and at that liar. Point, I don't know. I would just hope that maybe you'd be like nice or something. And then maybe I could like kind of get into like the Illuminati just like by association.
That's what I was trying to do.
He's all right, guys.
You know, honestly, I worked for the Freemasons. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people think that the Freemasons are these know-all beings, these men who are part of the Illuminati who control the world, right? Mm-hmm. It's not like that. It really is not. But I will say, I had talked with this one gentleman once, and he was one of the more annoying, I hate to say it, but one of the more annoying residents. Mm-hmm. So whenever he came into our part of the home, my office or whatever, I just kind of ignored him, let him do his own thing. Well, one day he was in there, he's playing on the computer, and he's just talking up a storm. Who God knows what. me and my coworker, we ignoring him, whatever. And then my ears pick up. And he's like, oh, yeah. And then, about the Illuminati. And, they tell us not to say anything. And so then I started listening. Then I was like, right, I'm listening to him. And he's like, yeah, and then. I think I'm going to go, guys. I got to get out of here. And I was like, no, it's fine.
What were you saying?
No, you can stay. I forgot I was, I got to go. Because he realized what he was saying. And I was like, dang it. I could have learned everything.
All of it.
Could have learned it all. And then he left. So I can say, just based off of that, I'm like, okay, they have some kind of,
some connection.
But as a whole, Freemasons, just for everybody out there, it's not this culty.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sacrifice you thing.
Yeah.
It really is not. But there are some people who, because they're Freemasons, I would say, based off of that, do have connections with the Illuminati.
Interesting.
Who was it? Who was Black China? Black China's
Okay.
mother, I think it was approached by the Illuminati. Yeah, and she talked about it. And she said they send this 15-page letter talking about it and promising the world if you join them. But she said she did not.
Okay.
Yeah. I do think the Illuminati is real. And
Yeah.
I think a lot of celebrities, they do this.
I think
a lot of the celebrities are in it.
I think the original Illuminati is no longer a thing. I think it started out as something, and it was, I think in that way, I think it started out closer to what the Freemasons are. And I think that's how the two kind of got associated with each other, because I believe it was called something else before it was called the Illuminati. And then those two things kind of got associated with each other, and they kind of joined forces. Great. And then that kind of original idea died off. But for sure, whether it's called the Illuminati or not, I think that's just the term that people give it. I guess I don't know. I believe that there is some kind of group of higher government officials, higher celebrities, all this, that are making decisions and influencing the masses in certain ways to push their agenda.
And not every celebrity is part of it, but a lot of celebrities are.
Yeah, for sure.
Beyonce being one of them.
I
love me some Beyonce.
But
I am a beehive till I die, but I do believe she's part of the Illuminati.
Yeah.
She's part of the Illuminati. Drake is part of the Illuminati. Rihanna is part of the Illuminati. Jay-Z, obviously, because of Beyonce. Not because of Beyonce, but they are.
I think Jim Carrey.
Really?
Yeah. He did this thing. He did the triangle.
In Rihanna's Super Bowl show. She did the Illuminati.
Yeah, the thing.
Drake has did that,
See, but devil's advocate here.
Okay.
I almost wonder if...
Devil?
I wonder if they... I look like Hellboy. I'm like... oh, no. I wonder if they almost, do that just to, just kind of poke at people. You know what I mean?
I don't think so.
I think they're... Because to be like, oh, my God, get people talking. I think there are some people that do that. You know what I mean?
In the ways in which they do it, it does not seem that way.
Yeah.
They're... Like Rihanna, for example, her thing was at the Super Bowl, she had kissed her hands and was like, thank you. She was thanking.
Yeah.
And when Drake did it, it was like a thank you. Oh, this is to the Illuminati. Thank you. I don't think, just because body language is a lot for me. And in the ways in which things happen, it does not seem like it's just poking the bear for me.
Yeah.
I'm talking with my hands a lot this episode.
You really are.
This water comes out. I'm a waterbender. So let me backtrack a little bit. Do you believe that time travel is real? Because we were talking about the aliens and you think the interdimensional travel.
Yeah.
Would you say that time travel is real? Do you think it's a possibility?
Yes, and I think it's already here.
I think I will agree with that. And there's been some things that I've seen in the past and currently now that kind of coincide with that, like the babushka woman.
Oh, yeah.
The man in modern day clothes in not modern day picture with
it was like the 1920s or
Right.
something. He had like a hoodie on.
Yes, and some weird glasses. They found a watch that resembled a Rolex inside of a sarcophagus.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was the cell phone lady during JFK's assassination.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many pictures of her, never her face, but she was on a phone, and they could never find her. I remember I was reading about it or hearing about it, and they were so invested in who this woman was, but they were never able to locate her.
Yeah.
So I feel like there's so many instances of potential time travel out there that it's hard to think otherwise. And it kind of gets me. There was another conspiracy theory that I'd watch. Again, I'm on conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm.
Conspiracy theory talk.
Really spiraling down.
Yeah, and this has to do with Donald Trump's lineage
Okay.
and Nikola Tesla.
Where to shall the meet?
So
where to shall the meet?
where to shall the meet?
Where?
What kind of meat is it? Pork chops.
Summer,
Pork chops.
summer sausage.
Summer sausage.
Sorry?
So Nikola Tesla had passed away.
Okay.
Okay, and he had a hotel. In his hotel, he had like, I don't know, like they said like 8 or 9 trunks of just like all of his work, all of his findings, things like that. And the person that they sent in to collect these trunks was one of Donald Trump's late uncles, John Trump.
Okay.
And so the theory is that in one of the trunks there, because Nikola Tesla is known for his scientific things,
Yeah.
electricity, revolutionizing different electronical stuff, and just his mind, obviously Tesla, it's kind of crazy. And so it's theorized in one of these trunks there were findings of time travel. And the reason why they're thinking that is because there's a book called Baron Trump's Travels, or Baron Trump Travels the World, or something like that. And they're theorizing that Baron Trump is Donald Trump's son, Barron. And they're thinking that John Trump stole this piece of information, actually created this time traveling machine. And, the Trumps are time travelers.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously it's this wild, crazy theory. It's definitely a conspiracy theory, but it's kind of crazy because in the book, it talks about Barron Trump. It talks about his father, Donald Trump. It talks about their family members, John Trump. And it's such a coincidence to where it kind of makes me think like, is it a coincidence?
Yeah.
And how are it's crazy that these two families, these two things are somewhat connected.
Tied together
history.
at all.
Right. It just seems like they should never be, that never the two shall meet. And here they are meeting.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Honestly, like going on the whole Trump thing, like The Simpsons, how like
The Simpsons just in general.
like if you want to talk about time travel,
Not even time. They're freaking psychics. Well,
that's what I mean.
They're seers. They're fortune tellers. They're
think that's the thing. I think it's closer to time travel because for them to get these super accurate depictions of what happened, like the whole Trump going down the escalator, him waving, the sign falling out of the woman's hand.
Yeah.
How do you get it exactly like that?
The picture of them, I don't even know where they were at the time or what it was for, but there's a picture of Donald Trump, a man in a turban, or not a turban, was a hijab? I'm not too sure what the correct terms for it, so I apologize.
If it's a man, I think it's a turban.
Yeah, so I apologize if it's not the correct term, but he's wearing traditional garb.
Yeah.
And then another man who I think is in a suit, and they're holding onto this glowing globe.
Mm.
And it happened in real life. Literally, Donald Trump, man in traditional garb, other man, all of their hands on this glowing globe, surrounded by people.
That's crazy.
How?
That's what I mean. Like to get it
makes no sense to me.
To get it to the T, it's time travel for sure.
And it's happened. And it hasn't not once, not multiple
so many times. 9/11. Some people are even saying like COVID.
Yeah. There was an episode about that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it's like You scared the shit out of me.
literally, my heart stopped. So point being, The Simpsons, time travelers. That's it.
Know all, see all, broadcast all.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they listen. Whatever they say, that's what's happening. They are the new Sylvia Brown.
You know, give them that title.
Maury Povich.
Anyways, on that note, this podcast kind of unintentionally turned into a conspiracy theory podcast. We didn't really have much of a plan going into this.
I believe that the aliens put it in our minds.
You know what? Illuminati, that's probably what did it.
I'm conspiracy theorying this conspiracy theory podcast.
We are a conspiracy theory. Anyways, so
Shane Dawson?
I know. So if you guys have any good conspiracy theories, put them down in the comments.
I feel like we say this all the time and no one ever follows it.
I know.
Listen, if you have stories, tell us. We want to hear it. We want to talk about it. We want to dissect it. We want to taste it.
Yeah. Ew.
Oh, sorry. Too far?
A little bit.
Just a little bit? Okay. Well, in least creepiest way possible. But yes, please let us know. Let us know something. I want to know that we're not the only people experiencing it. I want to know that we're not crazy, because if you're experiencing it, then we're not crazy. And we're not crazy.
Not at all. We have tinfoil hats on.
Imagine. Just little.
I'm just hiding it.
I'm just peeing on myself. You think down my pants are wet?
It's a conspiracy theory. How did they get wet?
It's warm. How? Anyways,
so if you want to find us anywhere else, what's the social media handle?
Our
again?
social media handle on all social medias, It's handled.
It's handled.
It's at @straighten_up_.
We were doing so well.
Damn it.
We were doing so well.
It's at @straighten_up_pod.
There you go.
On all social medias. The link will be down below.
Mm-hmm.
And if you finish this episode, put 2 little alien emojis. I guess that's what we're doing now.
And if this ends up being our last episode and we go missing,
it was the Illuminati.
You know what happened. But
we
until
got
that
tired.
happens, we just fell asleep.
Yeah.
But until that happens, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Live long and prosper. Bye.
Bye.